You're supposed to get more lake effect today. About to drive home from work. I think my mother works the same shift as you, Matt. It's nice to see you in here. Hey, Andreas. Bonds to the ounce. Yeah, my live yesterday, I guess it stopped showing me the comments. Yeah, it stopped showing me like all the comments yesterday in the live. I finally got my computer back. Got my computer fixed. By Zap and Roger. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that one. Yeah, I mean, you got your car back, Andreas. And I got my computer back. Yeah, I got my computer back. So we each got blessed. We each got blessed, Andreas. Yeah, it snowed. I think it snowed last night. God bless everybody. Many more fortunes coming my way. I think I think you are gonna get a girlfriend soon, Andreas. You're gonna get one soon. Hey, Stormy Galaxy. We just started this live. If anyone has any questions, post them down below. Yeah, have you ever had a girlfriend before, Andreas? The next girl that smiles at you when you're at college, the next girl that you know, smiles at you, go talk to her. Well, if you prefer solitude, then that's fine too. The, the girl, the reception of my college, Well, yeah, the one that you're attracted to, just go. If she smiles at you, she's wants to talk. Just in general. So that's the one. That's the one. Oh yeah, then you got to go after her. Yeah, if she smiles at you, she's gonna be easy to talk to and friendly. Yeah, smiley face and big butt. Then, dude, you just gotta talk to her. Next time you see her, don't think about it, cause that's not your only option. And thinking about it is gonna make it worse. So, just let it be. And next time you're out and about and some girl's looking at you, you go talk to that girl. Hey, critic. How's it going, critic? Well, it doesn't matter if she denied your freestyle. She hasn't heard you yet. So that's okay. If she said you're cute, uh, and she's already smiling, you have like 97% chance. Yeah, you should love girls. You should love girls, Andreas. it's it's healthy to love women. It's very healthy. In fact, you should love all the women you can. Doesn't mean you have to be with all of them. Yeah. How's it? How am I, critic? Well, yesterday I was super tired. Yeah, let me see if I can put this up. I should have probably went to sleep earlier, but yeah, I'm a lot better today, and I got my computer fixed. I'm gonna be reviewing some videos online. I'll I'll probably drop them in the morning because I already have videos lined up till like January, middle of January. This thing's being this thing's being ass. Yeah, middle of January, and I'm gonna be doing some reviews. So there's gonna be some newer content, some different styles. What's going on, Paul? Muti. It's going. Yeah, with the chat, it just it happened in the very beginning. I just thought people weren't answering basically or commenting, and I was gonna say something, that's why like I kept like eventually talking, but then I was gonna say something, but then I just like kept talking because I just thought no one was saying anything. Yeah, it happened at the very beginning. But yeah, I mean, how would I know? I was figuring even if I would have said something, maybe I would have like restarted the live or exited out of the app. But yeah, I mean, it was still a good live. Like it was a real good live. I'm glad everyone came through. It's like how I want this. I just want this a little bit over. Yeah. YouTube's YouTube's been glitching like all the time though. Why isn't this? Yeah, if anyone has any questions, post them down below. Like I said, I didn't even know. It's a shame. Yeah, when I post my lives, it says it posts right away because people will comment within the hour I get out of my live. They'll comment on my live, but it renders all day and then it drops. Like it says it drops when my video at night because my video usually drops this. I usually drop a video a day at night. In my live, it will drop like at the exact same time. So it will render all day. And I don't want my live dropping at the same time as my YouTube content, like my YouTube video, because you know, I don't want to drop them together and like mess up the viewage. Yeah. Because I don't know how it looks on someone else's screen, but I just don't want to have like too many things popping up and yeah. I usually drop them one video a day, one long video a day at night. Yeah. So yeah, I do. If anyone has any questions, post them down below. I don't know how it looks like when my lives and videos pop up, but if anyone has any idea, let me know. Yeah, it snowed a little bit yesterday. At night, it snowed. And I was tired as hell yesterday. But yeah, I got my computer back. That's pretty cool. I got my computer back. Well, it did. Did it rain? It did rain yesterday, because I went outside after I got off of here, and I was shooting some videos, and it was drizzling. Nights over here. Yeah. Do you stay in the mountains, critic? Do you stay in the mountains? Yeah, I'm drinking a raw egg. Which is funny. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do a video of the coldest place that people live on Earth. I'll probably do it after this live. It's gonna be a review of what they eat. The person just, they post it periodically, but it just released like a week ago, and it has 2 million views. So it's gonna be a really good video. We get to see what the people in the coldest part of the Earth eat. I'm also gonna do a review of like my 500-pound fat life, my 500-pound life. Somebody who's like addicted to food. That's actually a video I'm gonna review. I've done a couple reviews before on my channel, but they're probably buried inside of my channel. Yeah. What kind of book are you thinking about getting? You got something green in my colic? Yeah. I can't wait for my body to get better. It's been messed up for so long. You watched a documentary about the demon house in Indiana? Wow. I think I'm actually gonna smoke some, but see how I feel. God bless everyone. It's a miracle to be here with you guys. I'm glad everyone showed up. Yeah, I can't wait for these new videos. I've never heard of the demon house in Indiana. but I do have a township that's country called Indiana Township. It's like 20, it's like 15, 20 minutes away from me, actually. Matt says he has to shovel. It's his new occupation. Yeah, time does go by like really fast. I agree with you. It's it goes really fast. Like when I take out the garbage or when the garbage is out in my alleys, it's like I feel like next week, I feel like the next day it's out again because they do it once a week and it just goes so fast. Same thing with like Sunday because a lot more people are home on Sunday. A lot more people are home on Sunday, but it's just like I feel like it's just like Sunday back to back. Time does go really fast. Yeah, critic, if there's a book by Osho, you should get it. A book by Osho, if you know who that is. If you do, you know? Yeah, the thing about when you get older, time seems to like go faster. It definitely seems to go faster, Andreas. Where's Denise? Denise usually comes on at night. Yeah. So we're kind of like on early morning schedule right now. Yeah. I was gonna go on last night, but I did go on yesterday morning. Yeah, but Denise usually comes on at night. Yeah. Hey, Adrian, what's going on with you? Did you say your age before, critic? Or did you not want to tell? Critic looks like 23. That's funny. Old. If anyone has any questions, God bless everyone. 32? That's not that old. 32 isn't old. I mean, you don't really. Yeah, I made a video about this. It dropped recently, but if you eat healthy and have the least amount of stress, you can look good. We're supposed to look good to the day we die. So the government feeding us BS or us not eating properly, it's both ways. It's not just the government, but we're supposed to look good to the day we die. And also, we're supposed to live long. Like, we're supposed to live way longer. Yeah. We're supposed to live way longer, and we should be healthy to the day we die. Yeah. And then we get into like the thing of like older people. They're gonna be like, "Oh, this is gonna happen to you one day," and then they just say it's because of old aging. They say, they age, but that's not the case. You can actually look good and have really good skin to the day you die. You can even smoke cigarettes to the day you die and look good. Yeah, being unhealthy is abnormal. Yeah. It's it's again, people just like think about it too much. People are they're so caught up in their mind, they think like their opinion is the best. And it's not even their opinion. Their opinion is always somebody else's opinion, like 99% of the time. So it got like that herd mentality. Yeah. But yeah, it's not normal to be sick. It's just not. Animals in the wild, they don't get sick. They don't have doctors in the wild. Yeah. And animals in the wild don't need kidney transplants. So many, whatever you want to call it. You know, Animals in the wild don't even get sick. Literally, I've never seen a rabbit run around sick in any weather. I've never seen a deer lying on its side sick. So we have to question everything. And sometimes we can't even question stuff because we're so familiar with something, we we won't even think to question it. So that's an obstacle for most people, is people won't question the food. Why would you question the food you eat? You're not going to question that. Even if it makes you sick, even if you feel bad, you won't even think it's from the food. You just won't even question it. But it's something, it's the most fundamental thing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Diddy used to call himself a bad boy. Like, that's what he originally called himself. Yeah. Yeah, the bad boy, Bad Boys Entertainment. A kefir ranch dressing? That sounds crazy. Yeah, I mean, I would love to be in Cyprus today. Yeah, it's because you live in Cyprus. We're 35 minutes in here. We'll probably go for a whole hour, maybe a little over. Thanks everyone for joining. If you have any questions about anything, post them down below. God bless everyone. Yeah, Adrian, don't you, yeah, if you stay where you stay, you should be getting like a lot of fish. I figured you would. Now we got LeBron James going around saying ain't no party like a Diddy party. Yeah, I mean, obviously LeBron James is, yeah, he's part of the club, which he's like one of the biggest guys. He doesn't even need to be. I don't even want to get into basketball though in sports because yeah, not everything is what it seems. Yeah. Yeah, that's so funny how you said I need a Santa hat because I was just thinking about that, like a Santa hat yesterday. I don't know why though. It just came to me. Maybe I seen. Oh, because I was down at the fish market and like the guys at the cash register, they had like antlers on and I was commenting on them. Yeah. And this one girl was telling me like a story. I'll probably get one. I'm supposed to be meeting up with my friend like in a couple days in a week and they'll probably join me on my live and I'll probably be with them so you get to talk to them. Yeah, I know you're in Norway. Norwegian. That's like the capital fish of the world though. Just fish galore. Are gurus celibate? Well, I just think they don't care. Once you get once you get enlightenment, you're not thinking about sex. You're not thinking about anything. So that's sometimes why they just sit on their ass. A decent, just some of them. We can't say all of them because that's not true. Because then Jesus wouldn't even be known. Buddha wouldn't be known. And a whole host of other people. So when you get truly enlightened, you're not thinking about sex anymore. Because being free from thoughts, it feels better. It's not a physical rub. It feels better, basically. It's the best feeling in the world. So when you stop thinking, it decreases, your happiness automatically goes up, and you automatically feel awesome. You feel love. It's you don't have to practice it. You don't have to say shit. You don't have to do anything. So there's only two things you can do in the world. Think, which is 95 to 99% of people. It's why we're here on this earth. Your thoughts create your reality. It's how we come from the spiritual world, aka heaven. So your thoughts really create reality. But when you stop thinking, there becomes no reality, basically. And the whole reason with sex, people think it's their system that wants sex. No, you think about sex all the time because society, civilization, and then just the attitude of guys and women. So the collective consciousness of society, and then also the people individually, they're always thinking about sex. That's the most bottom level of thinking, which is eating and survival. Most people aren't in the woods surviving. But there's nothing wrong with sex inherently, and I support it. But people are thinking way too much. That's the only reason. So why people are obsessed with sex, because they're looking at it all day. So that's gurus are just celibate naturally. If, what made you so humble? Is there anything that can tickle your pride bone? I don't really have pride. And I guess that's like kind of a joke. Nah, it's just when you're about to die for so long. I mean, I didn't really have pride before. As we were talking yesterday, I don't know if you were in here, because it wasn't showing me the YouTube comments. And I've just always been happy. And I didn't. So when I got messed up on the vegan diet for all these years, I wouldn't want any. It's like the lowest of the lowest, and I couldn't do nothing about it. Nothing made me feel better. Even when I got hard and I tried sex a couple times, I couldn't feel it. even when I climaxed, I couldn't feel my whole body for 9 years. And when you're about to die, it's not like someone that's on YouTube that says my near death experience. It's way beyond that. Way beyond that. I mean, every second I was starving. So, and when you can't do nothing about it, and it does have to do with, my personality, because a lot of, trust me, I could see someone killing them, you know, I could see someone killing someone else, be furious. Yeah. But just being at that state of about to die and for so long, it's not like I died, went to heaven, and came back in a couple days. This is completely different. Yeah. So being at that state for so long, you just give everything up. Yeah. You can just get to that state right now, but it's people have too much pride and ego, so that's why they can't just transform. You don't really have to do anything. Yeah. Uh, Salmon is so expensive though. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I know. I that's why I don't get seafood, because this I thought it would be cheaper over there, like almost free. But yeah, it's expensive over here too. It's the most expensive meat you can buy is fish. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I just would think over there it'd be cheaper. I'm about to I'm about to start fishing and getting my own damn fish. And if you have a lot of money, then nothing matters. Yeah. I mean, if you have a job, a steady one, you should be able to get anything you want. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, this girl might be coming on my live. I mean, she is going to be coming. You'll see her soon. No, you can still have sex while you retain, for sure. I'm all about sex. I'm for it. I'm not against it. So, no life partner in love? No, I mean there's going to be both. But usually for them, it's not the same because they're busy. They're so busy. Like Buddha was so busy. Do you do you think he had like time for one wife? No. No, he's busy, like all the time. She would have to, they would, she would have to like be with him and follow him around all the time. And they would be doing shit. There wouldn't be all this intimacy. It'd be on a whole nother level. You would feel love and be intimate with all the people around you that would be gathering around. Also, if Buddha had 10 wives or 100, let's just say he did, he's not going to have time. He's not going to have time for one, let alone 100. Yeah. It's just not possible. Alpha man. So I cease to exist if I don't think. Yeah, so when the thing is, when you first have an enlightenment, like the story of Eckhart Tolle, it, and if you listen to other people, it's usually similar. When you become aware, it's not like in your head a buzzer goes off, hey, I'm aware. You'll never know you're aware until you come out of the awareness, and then you're going to be like, huh, what was that feeling? You can't put words to it, and you can't recall it because you were just being aware. So paradoxically or ironically, when you first have enlightened experiences, you're not thinking. It would just feel incredible if you need a benchmark. You'll feel it, but you won't be thinking and you won't be analyzing it. Only after, when you have more thoughts, so maybe an hour later, hours later, then you're going to be thinking, what was that experience? Because when it happens, you're not, you can't uh, officially recognize it. Yeah. But that's a great question. So yes, you do cease to exist. Silly goose. No, it was like 9 years, but soon you'll have to ice fish pregnant. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a video. We know, we all know. Yeah. She's gonna be coming. Not me. When you do semen retention, and you can have you can have eternal orgasms. You can have multiple orgasms non-stop. Kind of like how a woman does. She can just have orgasm and orgasms, but eventually it gets too sensitive for her. It it can. You know, a lot of the sex that we see like on the internet, it's not fake because they don't have an intimacy. They're not intimate. So they're not even attracted to each other. And the intimacy is not there. Whether they're getting paid for it. Even if you're just going to have sex just for no reason, still the bond between people, it's going to be so great that the sex is just going to be mind-blowing. Better sex than you ever had your whole entire life. These corn stars, they're not getting that. They're not getting that. There's a deeper bond than the physical bond. That is Greek to me. Yeah. Nor worries. Yeah, that's great. You have to do something to see it. Do nothing to be it. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. What happened when a car hits the collar? It pops. Yeah. There is no orgasm in tantric. Well, yeah, it's probably an internal orgasm, an eternal feeling. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know too much about the tantric, but if you want to explain it, the critic, you can. Or not. No, or not. So what type of meat do you just usually get like beef over there, Adrian? What type of meat do you usually get over there, Adrian? No problem, Andreas. Is this a girl a potential mate? I mean, I guess we'll just have to see. No, the thing about Christianity, they made it the way that whoever rewrote it made it to be confusing on purpose. So all that, because everything I've ever heard in the Bible and I haven't heard it all. But only a few things are just very straightforward, and it's a very expert thinking. It's not simple, but there's so much to that, Adrian. It's right in a way. Don't sin and you go to heaven. Yeah, because you have to be pure. We have to be just like God to merge with God. If we still have impurities and trauma, we go to heaven. So whoever is writing the Bible is not, they're not giving you straightforward. No. Maybe they don't know. Because heaven's not the same place as God. Heaven means you're coming back because you have to reincarnate. People in heaven still have karma. They still have sins. People in heaven have sins. If you're addicted to sex on earth, once you go to heaven, like you can be, we'll get to that. But once you go to heaven, the astral world, we've all been there because it's where we're from. But it's more alive. Our bodies can only feel so much, but sex in heaven is probably, it's unexplainable. Yes, you can have sex in heaven and it feels like 100 times better. And the thing is, though, if you're addicted to sex here on earth, you literally take your mind with you. This is why if you don't have a mind, such as no thoughts, then, or you're not holding on to trauma, which is pretty much the same, then if you have no thoughts, you surpass heaven and you merge with God. Because ultimately, God is a thoughtless state. That's the originality of it. But if you have sins, this is why they like baptize you, wash you away. Everything adds up to the same thing. No matter what religion and how we talk about it, it's always the same thing. The impurities, the sins, the Hindu, the karma, it's all the same word. Yeah. But when you reach heaven, when you go to heaven, your sins don't just wash away. It's not at all. It's actually like the totally opposite. When you go to heaven, though, it feels better. You get this, your life review, we'll use it in a different way. You see all the trauma that you caused people when you get to heaven, when you die. You get to see all the trauma that you did. And you seeing that in heaven, we get to automatically feel. There's not this evil, stoic attitude in heaven. No. It's a forgiving and genuine. And as you review your life, you see every moment. And you see where like you really dragged people down when you had hateful intentions. You can tell a joke, but it can be very hateful. In heaven, you'll see that, but you'll see like the feeling. Nothing will be able to hide. So in bodies, we can hide it, even more so to ourselves. And so you get to see all this stuff after you die, and you're like, damn, I can't believe you'll think it. I can't believe I was this mean. I want to go back and live another life, get anesthesia, and try to live this again. But all that negative energy you put out, you're going to have to deal with it in your next lives. Yeah. The evil part, and they're all going to, one thing we all got to understand, even a bigger point of what you just said, we all come from an evil place. So when they talk about, oh, we're sinners, we're all sinners, we all were once very evil, like Diddy, even worse than Diddy. We don't remember it. This is why we go through this evolution of life. The gurus, they know Buddha, at one time they were evil. Everyone to some degree had sins, very bad sins. This is a part that people don't see or understand. We were once a Diddy. We would have been maybe a murderer. It's not exactly like that. And to some degree, it doesn't matter the a detail of, because our past lives are so many. It's irrelevant, basically. Yeah. So the lives that matter are spiritual ones, and you only have a few spiritual ones because once you start catching on, these people have no idea of spirituality. Like Diddy and some of these people, they don't know. Yeah, they don't listen to stuff like this. They won't even be involved. Like it's like the world will just push them away from it. It's not their time to wake up. Yeah, it's very interesting. When you were 12, hey, good morning, Andrew. This is very deep stuff. You don't, this is just to tickle the intellect. You'll see it in the afterlife, so. It's simple stuff. People just can't explain it. That's what it is. Christianity tries to explain it, but again, like we were just talking about, the the they confuse you by the way they say it. So we are all the same soul. We could say pieces. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Andrew. Sometimes when we're really young, like babies, our intuition is much deeper. We're about to be getting out of here soon. Yeah, basically the whole, you can, yeah, the whole meaning of life, another way to say it is to be pure. And that's a good word. But for a lot of people, the idea of it's too much. It's like being pure. Why would I ever be pure? It's much more simple than that. These are great questions, but they're also very complex. It's not something to understand necessarily, and it doesn't matter. Like if you believe me or whatever, it's just how it happens. Um, but yeah, when the Christians and the Bible, because that's what I know of most reference, and I don't even know all of it, like every single detail. But say being pure, they always talk about this. It's the same thing as getting rid of your sins. So they're right. They are right. You can still have sex and be pure. You could smoke cigarettes. You can basically almost do anything as long as you're not harming someone out of, you know, as long as you're not harming someone. That's like the only real one. But you can do all this stuff and still be pure, just to make that. Do you believe in Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior? Yes, I do, Jose. So, like, yeah, I do. I don't know if you had another question to add on to that. And yes, I do, Jose. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Adrian. I That's like a very vague question, Jose. Your second one. I I believe and that the Bible has purposely, whoever re-edited it or whatever revised it, I believe they purposely left stuff out of there. Valuable, very very valuable stuff. I also believe that if Jesus was like to give like teachings, like if he was here in person, they would be very simple. There, it wouldn't be confusing and all this fighting going on. It'd be very simple and straightforward. Yeah, critic, you pretty much missed like everything. Sorry for that. Yeah. I tell you the truth, no one can. Born of water and the spirit. Yeah, yeah. I agree with like all the teachings. I just think they confuse a lot of people, and a lot of them have double standards. But being The spirit, yeah, because we're trying to get back to the spirit. That's where everybody's trying to do. We are mainly made of water, so being born of water in this reality is manufactured through water. The sky's blue. We live off of water. Our body's made mainly. Oh, then you caught most of it, but we did get a deep critic. But yeah, like I completely agree with that. What just for someone could argue that like no one can enter the kingdom of God unless he is born of water and spirit. I, but what some the interpretation of being born into water and spirit, that can be to some very vague, and it's not explaining it enough. In my personal opinion, that to some to most people that's I don't what does that mean maybe to you, but people are going to fight over what that actually means. That's an example right there. Yeah, people. Yeah, fighting might not be like the exact word, but I believe in the Vedic philosophy. Ignorance is a prime source of evil. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true, Andrew. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a fighting someone could do in itself. Evil is simply anything that makes takes you away from God. Yeah. When people do them spells and rituals, they're because God works in one way, but you can, which we can say that's also nature. We can also go against nature. It, eventually, we're going back anyway, and it's harder to go against nature than to go with it. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. It's the interpretations because, yeah. Like for instance, if I was to read about being born, like which you just posted, Jose, if you're still in here, that would confuse me. But now I can depict the parts of that passage, basically the end, being born into water and spirit. That's that's like hiding below the radar, telling somebody something. Which, yeah, I know there's parables, the Bible, and has a lot of parables. Did you have anything you like to add, Jose? Yeah, I mean it had. Yesterday was the first snowfall that we got. It hasn't even really snowed down here yet. Yeah, I mean, Jose, if you have any more thing else you would like to say, because that was pretty much like what I was going off of. I want to get off stream. Nah, I mean, I just want to eat. I think I'm gonna, or rehydrate. Yeah. I mean, I've been on here for like an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. I mean, I stay like right next to rivers and creeks, but I mean, really close to river, less than a mile away. Yeah, I could be at the river in 10 minutes running. But we don't get it's colder. It's definitely colder by the creeks. You know, it's definitely colder. They also took down all the trees. They also took down the trees near the stream and river, thus making it colder. So when you're down there, it's like so much colder than it has to be. Do you understand the message of gospel, John? No, I guess I don't. But if you care to explain it before I go. Andreas is back. Rodrigo will tap into my 20 minutes. Why do you say that, Andreas? Rodrigo usually comes on at night. I mean, he definitely has come on like in the morning. He's Rodrigo's yeah young too, but yeah he comes on at night, and I haven't even been on at night. Um, I might be on tonight though, paradoxically. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, we'll gradually go over questions till the day I die. And we'll talk about things. Yeah, that lake effect is crazy. Yeah, for now, I only like usually being on for an hour long. There's definitely times where I did like a 3 hour one, but Stoic was definitely in here for those ones. I haven't seen Stoic though. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get some raw milk today. And probably just relax today. So I get a full belly. Yeah, sorry that I missed some people's like comments. Was I disrespecting the teachings, Jose? Yeah, Rodrigo does usually come for at the end. Yeah, he Rodrigo usually comes at the end. He definitely does. Yeah, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody or any teachings. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I agree. Yeah, I agree with. I don't. Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to make a mockery of our teachings. I think. Yeah, I don't think he was doing that. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I. I mean, I get what you said about being. I know what you mean, Jose, about being him saying it's a thumper, but I think he was being more so like neutral about it. I don't. I think he was being like kind of neutral. I don't. I don't even know. I had never heard anyone use a thumper anyway, but I don't know. Even a little time is better than nothing. Yeah. I also feel like sometimes people, I guess that's the point of preachers, just a little bit. They, they explain the Bible because not everybody's going to understand it. And then how deep do they understand it? It's so there's a lot of yeah, it gets a lot of confusion around that. And and we can say this about religions and even Christianity since in the Bible, these are just the laws of God. They're not making these up. They're they're coming from universal laws. Like we shouldn't harm each other. They're just written down for us to cuz obviously people aren't with these teachings. Some people are harming people. They don't know any better. And then the Bible, says like, please forgive them. Forgiveness. So these are all things to help us. Yeah. They come from a place of sincerity. Yeah. But Matt was talking about how I mean, I'll stay a little longer because it's good attacked. I mean, I don't think he was saying that, Jose. I don't really know what thumper. I don't know what that word really means, to be honest. I mean, I kind of like had a clue, but it's kind of like I don't think it was like I don't think he was doing that, Jose. It's also hard to like, yeah, I don't know that word in through text. I don't think he was disrespecting it in any way. But Matt was saying like, yeah, p- average people own three Bibles and 80% don't read it. That's actually kind of funny. I, I, it's a complex book. It's not an easy read. I, it's a big book. It's not like a 5 year old or an maybe even 11-year old. There's big words in there. Salvation is a big word. There's forgiveness. There's people in their 50s that don't even know the meaning of forgiveness. There's people who go their whole lives and hold grudges. Yeah. So just because we also hear something doesn't mean we take it to heart. Yeah. But that's just I feel like we could talk about that for like a whole live, Matt. Three Bibles in a household and 80% of people don't read it. It's I usually I don't know, that's just like a crazy like statistic. And even a little at a time is better than nothing. Yeah. I think more cuz how society is manufactured us, we we don't even have time a lot of the time, but it leaves us confused. Most people are confused, and that's why the Bible is a really good like uh, guiding. It's guidance. It it can be the ultimate guidance, but again it can be confusing. You know, so there's just that double standard basically. Like it can be the ultimate thing for somebody, but because the parables, because misinterpretation, misunderstanding, it can also confuse somebody, yeah, without the proper guidance, basically. We can even say that the Bible, I don't know what the necessarily where that word comes from, but we can call the Bible the ultimate guide. But it doesn't mean people are necessarily going to understand that. That's the thing. It's kind of like the telephone, but these again, these are just universal things. These are things we come to that normal layman people might not. They might have to go through hell, a bunch of sins. They might have to ruin their life. Where the Bible is meant to raise you up, it's meant to clarify things and avoid those turmoils in your life. Basically, it's like a re- repenture of your sinners or repenture of your sins. But obviously, that's not the case for everybody. But that's a great thing. We could call the Bible like the ultimate guide. Yeah. I wish my dog would poop quicker. It's so cold. Why don't you just let your dog like run around outside? You don't have like I picture you having like a yard that just flows right into the woods. See you later, Rodrigo. No, that would. No, let's not fight with each other. And it's all right to ask questions. God bless everybody. I appreciate all you guys for being here. Let's try to clean up anything that we're negatively holding on to, whether it's a habit or just a thought. And let's also become more pure. So let's uplift the world and compliment our brothers and sisters. She's not on a leash. Yeah, I mean, Rodrigo definitely came in. He tapped in. He definitely tapped in, right? Yeah, you were spot on, man. Everybody's been everybody's been, intuition has been pretty much spot on. Even my own. Well, okay, she's not on a leash. Okay. Tap. Yeah. I guess do you stay like towards more like yeah, the suburbs or the city? So I'll speak of like some intuition real quick. My heater is plugged into an outlet and it can't go on the high setting anymore because it blows the outlet and then it shuts off. And I did put it, it used to, just like a couple of weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, it was on, it could go in the high setting fine, but for hours. Now it can't go on for like more than like 10 minutes. So I haven't been throwing it on. I threw it on high power, and then my intuition told me, like, a couple minutes later, hey, this is going to blow the power. So I just turned it down. it, it was like a knowing. It's like time froze. It told me, hey, this message came. Uh, it's about to blow out, which it does all the time. It's not a big deal. It's not like the house is on fire. But this is just like a small situation of my intuition. And as my body gets healthier, it magnifies. Yeah. And I missed like a lot of people's comments, so I missed like a lot of people's comments. Uh, you think you have hyperactivity? Welcome to the club. You guys are hilarious. That's just so funny. I don't even know if I have the energy to really fully compensate for all that laughter. That's probably the funniest thing. But I have something for both you guys. I was actually thinking about it. But God bless you, Jose. I always appreciate you and your wisdom and your love and cheerfulness of helping others. We need more people like you. Not exactly like you. Not a spitting copy. More so just your qualities. Yeah, so Andreas and anybody can do this. I want you to do something. Whatever takes your mind from the whole world and whatever it is that you like to do, that you're super focused and you don't think about anything. It can be smoking a cigarette, but I want you focused. Whatever that you love to do, that you get lost in, I want you to get lost in. But the only thing I'm asking for you is, doesn't matter if it's sex, smoking cigarettes, driving a car. I want you to be focused that whole time you're doing it. I want you to be alert. Anything but staring, anything but like playing a video game or watching a movie. You could do it while you're watching a movie. Something that's more so calming. That's not like very hyper, hyperactivity basically in your face. So I want you guys to do that. Yeah, that's a deep one right there, Jose. I read something very interesting. I guess Jesus was talking about, he said don't look up to these people. I only seen like a quick snippet of a YouTube video, but he said be aware of lawyers, bankers, some other people too. There was like, and they had very specific thieves, obviously. They had very specific names. Like I don't remember the names. Yeah, but it was very interesting that it was you know written down because it still had a lot to do with the world today, which is crazy that these people even have the power. You used to hate rap and love country. Sorry, I there's so many comments that I can't. I missed a lot of them. I just down. Yeah, that's funny. You used to hate rap and love country. Well, that's kind of like I like country a lot now. I feel like there's more detail. There's more heart to country music. Yeah, I feel it more. And my mom's also had like the country radio on, so and this person I'm meeting up with is from the countryside, so I'm not sure. Well, from the mountains, but I'm not sure how much country they listen to be honest. When I was younger, my best friend's mom, we would always be in the minivan, and she would always play country. Well, like sometimes, 50% of the time, and we were always traveling with her. And this was my best friend since two. She would always put on this country music, and when I was younger, it just felt very emotional. And even when I was with them, I felt emotional when I was away from with them. But that country music, I just remember the feeling that it was embarking on me, and I didn't like that. It was too emotional for me, and that's why I didn't. But now it's kind of like I like it more. I feel like it's rich. Yeah, I do see what you're saying about take another shot of whiskey at the bar getting tipsy. Like it's like every song I hear has like the same lines. Uh, yeah. I used to like bands. I really like bands, but yeah, so that's crazy. I don't really listen to like yeah, like rap as much. I really don't even listen to that much music right now. I also made a lot of music, so yeah. Well, out of addiction, well, sometimes, you might have to go do something about it, Rodrigo. Maybe you have like so much energy and you're young, you're real young. Maybe you just need to move all day. Like you might need to move all day. And no job can probably provide that. You might have to go like on a hike, a trek. But I haven't been following. I haven't been seeing all the comments. Okay. Yeah, it's very interesting, Jose. Maybe that's why I say Jesus to eat fish. Suicide. Yeah, live life as God intended. Well, we're all going back to there soon, but we should try to make it happen if we can before that. Yeah, and that's the thing about country. If you don't grow up in the country, it's gonna sound foreign to you. Yeah, that's probably like the most separation. But I think naturally we are kind of like country like. We are just that's more so towards nature. But music can sound very different. Sounds like you need to do that, but your job doesn't allow it. Yeah, especially with you being overnight shifts. So you get like really cold. Yeah, I mean, uh, I yeah, I have another friend that like gets he doesn't like coming out in the winter, but he has a lot of body fat on him, and he always has like his apartment's always freezing. He Matthew Gostomsky, I know him, and he always had like his freaking his apartment is always like a polar bear in the summer. Like it's too cold. But he has a lot of body fat and he's a bigger guy. I never really had a problem without being in the cold. So I'm curious to okay. Okay, your hands and feet get cold. I was wondering because you said some things before, and yeah, I mean, usually if for people, you know, it's just when you start moving or if you get warmed up before you go outside, you it's not once you get warmed up, it's not really cold. That's and and you can also put on more clothes. That's yeah, but I mean, if you can't take it, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying. I didn't know it was. I thought you just didn't want to go in the cold those times you told me because it was just you just didn't like it. That's why I thought I didn't know there was like this underlying issue. Yeah. Well, maybe if maybe this meat that you're eating will help your body. Maybe that will help. Your body has a hard time if you don't get like the right nutrients from meat, then your body won't self heat itself because your body is like a furnace. Yeah, but that's just in general. I'll see you later, Andreas. That emoji is pretty sick, Adrian. But yeah, I definitely missed some comments. They were kind of like coming fast, and I was caught up on talking about things. Yeah, I like that emoji, but I almost like that more than the whale. But it's been like almost 2 hours. I'm gonna God bless everybody. I'm gonna get out of here. I hope everyone has big fortunes. Have a healthy life, and the ones around you. I hope we all get to eat good. God bless everybody. Thanks, each and every one of you, for being here. I appreciate the discussions amongst you guys and the great questions. It's probably the best questions and talk to this date. Uh, just a quick announcement. Tomorrow I'll be on at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. tomorrow. I might be on later tonight around maybe 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna have some new videos because I finally got my computer back, which I'm excited for some of these videos. I'll probably have a couple lingering in the mornings, drop them in the mornings coming up this week. Yeah. And then my friend should be joining me like next week if they want to. We'll see how that goes. So that's some of the couple things coming up. I appreciate everybody. Hey, everybody. Sorry, Rodrigo, you came to the end of this.